It's not tonight. Alright. Probably won't get anybody in here to watch this live, but we'll give it a few more minutes. Looks like I got one person watching it in Facebook so far. Don't know who that is, but if you are going to watch, please say hello. Let me know. Got 2 people watching in Facebook. Say hi, let me know. This is going to pertain to a few situations that I've been involved in lately. Just trying to get... I know I don't have very many people watching my stuff, sharing my stuff, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess if 3 or 4 people see it and then they share it, maybe that'll do some good. Mainly, my thoughts tonight are about, well, hello there, Mr. Dennis. I heard you had some fun, exciting last couple days, Mr. Dennis Morton. So, yeah. So my thoughts tonight, what I want to talk about is our J6 prisoners that are in multiple jails and multiple locations. For anybody that is watching from Michigan, we do have a J6 prisoner in Michigan. He's in Milan, Michigan. And yeah, this is not what I planned on talking about, so I didn't have it wrote down. So we got somebody looking into it right now to see if he can have visitors. If he can, I'm going to try to set up a time to go see him, myself personally at least. Yeah, Dennis, I know. I'm thinking about doing a video on that next. So don't worry. I like those kinds of videos. So for the J6 prisoners, my wife and I, we drove crew out to Washington, D.C. this past weekend. We were there Saturday evening outside the D.C. Gulag in Washington, D.C. Hello, Mackenzie. How are you? My daughter. So my wife and I were in D.C. outside the D.C. jail with a group of patriots, you know, standing to bring awareness to what's going on with the J6 prisoners. There is a group that is out there. It's Americans for Justice. I know on YouTube they are the capital A, for Justice. The word justice, Justice. They live stream the event every night. It is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night. And there are many, many different organizations out there that are helping try to bring awareness to the J6 prisoners. If you watch the live streams that happen from there every night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., it's going to hit home. And it's going to make you, make you think, like, why are these people there? Most of them have been held without bail, without a hearing, without seeing their lawyers, all those things. For now, some of them 200, 300, 400, 500 days. Maybe even a few of them are close to 600 days now. I think it's like 600 607 or 8 days now since January 6th, and some prisoners have been there almost all that time. Uh, every night, normally, they try to have prisoners call in to the live stream so people can see and listen to what the prisoners are talking about from the inside. I don't think it's right that our prisoners, our patriots, I guess I should say, are considered prisoners in this stance, prisoners of war, and they should not be there. We had Monday, one of the prisoners come out of his cell in the morning to get his medications, and they just got he wasn't wearing a mask, that thing that keeps you from getting sick. Yeah, that's from like that, the mask thing keeps you from getting sick. He didn't wear one, so there is a Lieutenant Lancaster. I'm pretty sure it's a female, and I think her name, they said tonight her name was Crystal, but don't keep me, yeah, Crystal, Lieutenant Crystal Lancaster is her name. She came over and basically knocked this J6er down on the ground, sprayed him with mace, or whatever chemical it is they were using there. They were saying C2 spray, I think is what they said. So I'm not sure. But basically, something they shouldn't be doing. Knocked him down on the ground, sprayed him with the mace, and then they handcuffed him and then continued to spray him. 3 other J6ers came out to try to defend him, and they all got taken care of as well by the guards. They took, and the 4 of them got taken out of the cells, of the areas, put somewhere else, and they did finally that evening get brought back to the cells, but now they have been moved from the area where most of the J6ers was held, and they've moved now over to the general population area of the jail. Supposedly they are by themselves in their own wing, not with all the other general population, but they're not with the rest of the J6ers. I am literally only passing this information on because I learned it myself tonight from listening to the live stream that happens from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in regards to this. The individual that got knocked down for trying to get his meds without a mask on, he was not, this was confirmed tonight by another J6er on a call-in meeting. This happened in the morning that he got sprayed. He was not allowed to take a shower and rinse all this stuff off of him until 11:30 p.m. at night. So he went, 12 plus hours with all this spray in his eyes and on his skin. The group of individuals outside of the DC jail on Monday night, they went and asked one of the DC cops that are sitting there to kind of make sure that these guys are safe or whatever, and talked to them about it. The DC cop went down and talked to one of the federal cops and asked them if there was any way that he could, be allowed to rinse himself. They tried to do a welfare check on this individual. They were not allowed. They were told that day that at 8:30 he was allowed to take a shower. This was on Monday. They were told that. But, like I said, a call-in from a J6er inside the prison tonight confirmed that he did not get his shower until 11:30 at night. So when they were told that he did get a shower, they were being lied to. He did not get to take his shower. I know my wife tonight sat down and wrote some letters to the J6ers. I have some information, but I will put it up here in a minute. It's patriotmailproject.com. That is the site that you can go and let me make sure I'm finding the right one up here. This is patriotmailproject.com. That's the website you can go to and get the list of the prisoners, their addresses, where they're at. Like I said, if you do go to that website, you will see we do have one J6er in prison, in custody, in the Milan, Michigan Correctional Facility. So we have one there. One here per the list, one that we know of. A friend of ours that talks to us on a chat, she has supposedly sent some information. I think what she said, he is allowed to have a visitors. We're still trying to figure out when and where and when and how is the best time to do that. You know, I would like if he can have prisoners. I don't want to be a prisoner, but if he can have visitors, I would like for several patriots that I know to maybe make a trip there to Milan and try to, you know, see if we can go in and visit this individual. Let him know that there's people standing for him. There is nobody standing outside of that jail as far as I know, letting him know. Don't even know if we'd be allowed to or not, of course. You know, our lovely Michigan governor, you know, she's kind of a dictator, so she may not allow that very well. But I guess we stand up and do it anyway. Like my wife says here, she has the list downloaded on her phone. If anybody wants it, email to her. Or you can go to the patriotmailproject.com and find it there. The other site that, let me pull another one up here. Get rid of that one. And let's see, what did I do with it? This one, right here, forashley.org. If anybody is aware of the situation of Ashley Babbitt that was killed in January 6th in the Capitol. I guess that one's going to disappear on me. Sorry about that. It's forashley with an I.org. We met her mother, Mickey Babbitt. We met her Saturday. Got to, you know, shake her hand, give her hugs, all that good stuff. Talked to her for a while. She thanked us for being there. She's an amazing person too. Seems to be doing a lot to try to make this stuff happen. And it's saddening to know, like Dennis says here, that they are truly prisoners of war on foreign land. Makes my blood boil too. There is many prisoners in many different locations. Northern Neck, Virginia, from what I gather, there was a call in there from there tonight actually, and last night into the live stream, and they he wouldn't even talk about how they're treated in that Northern Neck, Virginia jail. He says that they're treated pretty much like they are in a DC jail. He didn't want to talk about it because he didn't want no retaliation. Now, our own Americans in our own American jails, no matter if they're there for J6 or they're there for anything, of course, they shouldn't have to worry about being treated that way. But like I said earlier, Lieutenant Crystal Lancaster in the DC jail, she seems to be the main person that's causing a lot of these problems. There's a phone number. I've got a phone number wrote down here and I'm not sure it's the right one, so I mean, if I can get it to make sure it's correct, I will. And I'm, of course, unfortunately using the wrong phone right now, or I would text and get the number. But there's a phone number that we can call for the U.S. Marshal's office in D.C. And let them know. I guess they had well over 1,000 phone calls to their office yesterday in regards to how these people were being treated. There have been FOIA requests done in regards to the body cam footage from that particular incident. From what we gather and what I've heard, a lot of the body cams either are not on, or they get taken off, or whatever the situation may be. But been told that they're not worn, unfortunately. So basically, this is what I'm doing this live stream in regards to justice for our J6 prisoners. We have to, every night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., we need to get on the live stream that is playing, and we need to share that live stream out so people will know that it's happening. If people don't know it's happening, I just put up the site that I guarantee will stream every night, A4 Justice on YouTube. They're there every night. So anybody that watched any of the live streamers from the convoys and all other good stuff, every once in a while Oreo Express is live streaming there. But it's not a guarantee he's going to be there every night. A4 Justice is there every night. They're the ones putting it on. The gentleman's name is Randy. He is the one talking about this live, about everything. He's got a lot of good information. He got a lot of good insight into what is happening to the prisoners. They can call some of the prisoners got his phone number, so he'll get call-ins from inside. Tonight they had 2 or 3 different call-ins. One from the Northern Neck, Virginia jail. And then I think they had 2 or 3 call-ins from the D.C. jail. And when they call in, they get however long they can talk, of course, which isn't very long. But they hang up, they call back. If you guys decide to watch one of those live streams, watch it live or go back. If you don't know which ones I'm talking about, go to YouTube, look it up, A4 Justice. Watch one of the ones from the last couple days. You can even go to my YouTube channel and watch one that I did on Saturday because my wife and I was there. In the background, you will see the lights flashing on the building, like literally, say a light switch turning the lights on and off inside the jail. That is the prisoners. That's letting us know they know we're watching and we're there for them. Tonight, one of the prisoners that called on the phone, he straight up said that he could see them out there tonight with their tent set up because he knew it was raining, So he knew they were there. He could see them from his windows, and he flashes his lights so we know he's there. So it is happening. I mean, I'll be honest, I'll sit here and almost bring tears to my eyes when I'm sitting here watching it almost every night. I have it pulled up on my big screen TV, and I'm watching from 7 to 9. This is what I'm watching. It's better than watching any TV show, of course, because this needs to be known. So if anybody that's watching my stream tomorrow night from 7 to 9, if you're available, go on there, watch that stream, like it, share it, make comments on there, let them know you're watching. Last night, when I made some comments, there was an individual, totally drawing a blank on the name now. I know the last name was Sorensen. I know that name for good reasons. But it was not any of the Sorensens I think I personally know. He was from Flint, Michigan. And he was watching. So he knows also about the prisoner in the Milan jail. And he's only been there, from what I gather, I think I looked it up the other day. He's not. He's only been there like a little over a month now, if I remember correctly. It was 35 days when I looked at it, I think. It hasn't been that long. So, I mean, they're still arresting people. I mean, they arrest people every day for this, probably. In the Northern Neck Jail in Virginia, the list shows 20-some people, I think. But when we had the call in from the individual last night or today, I don't remember which person said it, he said he thinks there's over 50 J6 prisoners in the Northern Neck, Virginia jail. So if that's the case, that's 20-some prisoners that the Patriot Mail Project doesn't know about, the A4 Justice. So the A4 Justice, Randy, he asked that person that called in to gather a list of the names and let them know. So, and like my wife just said, you know, they love getting letters from everybody. And he said that 90% of them, when they receive a letter, they read a letter, they write a letter back. So please make sure that you put your return address on there so they can write you back. You can send them a card, a postcard. One thing one of them said tonight was, if you try to mail a picture, why this makes sense, I don't know, or whatever. He said if you mail an actual picture, they won't get it. But if you mail a copy of a picture, like you put it on your copier and you print it off, they'll get that. But the funny part is, they don't even get the one you send. The jail makes a copy of your copy and gives it to them. They still don't get the one you actually send, so it doesn't make sense why they won't make a copy of the actual picture. But they won't. So don't send actual pictures. Send copies of something. I mean, if there's little kids in your family and they like to draw pictures, color pictures, whatever, you know, make it happen. I mean, you know, these guys, they're there. Like I said, some of them have no communication. Maybe they can get to call their families on the phone, possibly, but they are definitely not getting to see their families. So, you know, everything we do for them brings them some joy. Some of them, you know, from what I've gathered, there has been 3 of them that have committed suicide since they've been in there. And some of them have, you know, they haven't alluded to that, but they have said that the letters and the knowing that the people are standing outside that jail and all those things are what keeps them going every day. It allows them to wake up the next morning. You know, it makes them feel like somebody's there for them. We cannot allow this to continue. It just is not fair to them. One of the prisoners called in today, and this is a news story I don't know about, so I'm only, you know, paraphrasing what he said. I guess somewhere there was a young lady that was kidnapped or whatever was taken. She was raped and beaten and all this other stuff for maybe, I think it was just hours. I don't remember exactly now. But this individual initially was offered bail. He's already been in prison before for kidnapping. He did it again, and they offered him bail. They were going to let him out on bail. Now, from what I've gathered from this J6er, he said that the bail was revoked. He ended up not getting out on bail. So, and like I said, I don't know the story, only what the J6er was saying. But the idea is that he was given the opportunity initially of bail. These J6ers have not been given the option of bail. How is that fair? They have not been given due process. I'm not a lawyer. I definitely don't claim to know nothing about it. But they are supposed to get what is called due process. So this is what I wanted to talk about tonight. I probably should, while I'm on here talking about this, wish my wife happy anniversary, because today, is that day. We got married a year ago. I was sick all day today. I wonder why. Not quite sure if it had anything to do with that or not, but I was sick, not feeling good. But yeah, I was married 1 year ago today. So, so it's just one of those things. And, another thing is, we became grandparents again as of last Saturday. Now I have a grandson. So yeah. So I mean, we've had some good happen. Of course, the birth of the child happened while we were out in D.C. I guess at least it brought some fun to my day. So yeah, it was a good day. I'm going to play a song here that anybody wants to listen to. I don't even remember how long it is, but a good friend of mine, Norm's Music Shop, wrote this song, and hopefully it plays loud enough everybody can hear it. I don't know, but it's worked before, so we'll see. I guess since my wife's watching, she'll be able to tell me. But it's a good song from Norm's Music Shop. Listen to this for a second. Well, hold on. Let me make it happen, I guess. I gotta figure out how to make it play. So let's see if I can. Can you hear it over? I don't know. Norm, I'm glad you're watching, sir. Thank you for that song. And for anybody, YouTube, Facebook, you're going to like try to shut my video down because I played a song. Sorry about that. I have rights to play it, and the individuals right here in my chat with me. So think twice before you take care of that one's Facebook. But so yeah, like I said, this video was to try to bring some awareness so people will understand that there are groups out there fighting for the J6 prisoners of war that are in multiple locations. Please go to the patriotmailproject.com/list. Find out where they're at. Download that list. Write a letter. My wife and I were trying to figure out tonight, does it make sense to type up a letter, handwrite a letter, or what, right? It's like, what are they going to want more? I don't think it I don't think it would matter to me if I was in that situation. What I had mentioned to my wife was, if you're going to make a similar letter to every person you mail it to, write the letter, make copies of the letter, but then use a blue ink pen and sign, put each individual's name on every separate letter, and then sign it. Use a blue ink pen to sign it. That way they can see that it's, there is a personal touch to it. Because there are a lot of them. So, to sit down and write that many letters, my hand's going to be tired. That's for sure. But even if you typed up the letter, I'm sure they're not going to care. Just get them a letter. Get it in the mail. And I will be honest, if anybody's near me and they can't afford to buy the stamps to put those letters in the mail, bring it to me. I'll mail it for you. It's not a problem. I'm not worried about what the stamp's going to cost me for them guys. That's for sure. Because they're desperately sacrificing more than a stamp's worth for all of us, in my opinion. So just do what you can. Like I said, if you need the file, contact me. My wife has it. But you can easily go to the patriotmailproject.com/list and download it yourself. It's there. And there's lots of other information there as well. There is another site that, let me put it up here. I don't know how long it's going to stay up there. But this is a site that the prisoners themselves have came up with. This is a website that the prisoners themselves came up with. It is www.wearegoodmen.com. That is www.wearegoodmen.com. That is a website that the J6ers themselves have came up with. Now, mind you, I'm not 100% certain all of them are all the J6ers are men. I have seen some women that was on the list. I don't know if any of them are in the jails or not, because some of them have been released or at home on their own recognizance, whatever. I don't know what makes the difference. Like I said, when you go to the list, it shows where, if the people are actually incarcerated, how long they've been incarcerated, and let's make this stuff happen. If anybody wants to take a trip to DC with me, any day of the week, I don't care. I don't care if we drive straight to DC and we drive straight back home, because who really wants to be in that damn town longer than you need to be? If anybody wants to take a trip to DC from the state of Michigan or northern Ohio, northern Indiana, or drive through here and pick me up, I will definitely help take care of the gas money to get there. So if anybody wants to make that trip, I will go with you. And I'm going to tell you what, if you go there and just stand from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with everybody and feel the atmosphere, you will understand why I want to be invested in this. Because they did something for all of us. All of us, I don't want to be in jail, but I'm definitely going to stand up for what I can and make sure it happens. And if anybody knows what I do for a job, I guess I'm putting a lot on the line to do what I do. But that is what it is. You know, I hopefully do it all at the right times of day where it won't affect my job. But I'm still doing what I do. I guarantee you, you know, I'm not taking a jab for my job, so, you know, why not take this fight on as well? So, if anybody wants to make a trip to DC, if you want to meet me in DC, because you're coming from somewhere else, you're coming from another state, whatever, please do. I am going to try to see what I can figure out about the J6er that is in a jail in Michigan. There is also one J6er in jail in Chicago. Now, of course, Chicago town is probably, you know, just as bad as DC trying to go there. But there is one J6er on the list that's in the jail in Chicago. So, I mean, that's not that far from some of us here either. There is some in Pennsylvania. There is some in Florida. Norm, if I remember correctly, if you go on the list, I think there was at least one person in Clearwater in jail, I think, for the J6er. I think it was Clearwater. There might be more in Florida, but if I remember correctly, looking at the list, there was at least one in Clearwater. Misty, could you grab me if I printed the list off up there? I think it's on the printer. But I'm pretty positive that there's one in Florida as well. I mean, Northern Neck, Virginia, there might be more than one thing, but the list should be part of that on the top, on the other side. Like bottom, whatever, I don't know. But Northern Neck, Virginia has the second most amount of prisoners, as far as I know from the list. I tried printing it the other night. I never even did look to see if it came out on the printer or not. Yeah, it did. I see it right now. So,
have fun reading it.
Yeah, have fun reading it. I know. I might have to take my... Whoa. Yeah, see? Have fun reading it. Yeah, I probably can't hardly read it on the screen because it printed way small. It's because it's like a spreadsheet and I printed it small. So, I'm going to look through here. There is... And it lists on here what state, and I think it's what state they're from. But then it lists the address of where they're at. So there's a lot of them, and King, North Carolina has got a whole lot of prisoners as well. Northern Neck Regional Jail is in Warsaw, Virginia, and there's a bunch of them there as well. There is, I see one in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina. Okay, here is one that is from Florida. His name is Jeremy Brown. And he is in the, if I can count it right, say it right, Pinellas County Jail in Clearwater, Florida, Norm. So there is one in Florida as well. I'm trying to go through here. Like I said, most of them are North Carolina and Virginia, and D.C. is where most of them are. There's one in Georgia. Several North Carolina. Okay, so let me get it right here. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this list correctly, of course, because the way it's printed so small. So I think it is Derek Evans. I'm pretty sure Derek Evans is the one that's in Milan. I'm pretty positive. It's weird because, no, I don't know. Let's see. I looked it up. It's hard to see on here. There is one in Milan, Michigan. So I don't know if it's Derek Evans or Carl Dresch, because Carl Dresch is actually from Michigan. So it makes sense that he could be the one here, but I'm not 100% certain. But like I said, on this website, yeah, zoom in. I found out the other day if I take my glasses off and use them as a magnifying glass, it works pretty good. But like I said, if you go online, you can download this list yourself, and it will show you where everybody's at, their names, tells you. I'm pretty positive the one area where it says state, I think that is where they're from, if I'm correct. So you can see, I mean, there's lots of people from different states in there, of course, all over. I'll be honest. I'm willing to drive to any of these jails that anybody wants to go to. I'll pitch in. You know, if I can't afford all the gas, I'll pitch in and help somebody get there with me. That's not a problem. I'll use my vacation time to make this happen. Except for I probably won't go to any in California. I don't want to go to that state in the first place. So, and there are some people in jail in California. Sorry, I'm not going to drive there. There's actually some, thought I saw somebody. Oh no, the one that's in California is from Idaho. So, and then we got, like I said, there is one in Chicago, and his name is Daryl Johnson. He is in the Chicago jail, MMC of Chicago, whatever MMC stands for. So there is one in Chicago. Man, when you go down this list, it's, you know, mostly Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, and Washington, D.C. That is where the most of them are. There are a few people, like here's one in White Deer, Pennsylvania. You know, and if all these guys are getting treated like the ones in Virginia and D.C., we got to bring light to this. So if you could call your veterans organizations, anybody that might bring awareness to this that would help out, please do call them. Have them contact me if you don't want to talk to them about it. I don't care. I really don't have anything to do with any of these groups whatsoever, other than I'm a full-fledged patriot and I want to make sure these guys get treated fairly. So if you could help out by any means, write letters, contact your congressman, your veterans organizations. A lot of these people that are in prisons, in these jails, these political prisoners, a lot of them are military, retired military, were military, whatever. You know, so we need to definitely get the veterans organizations involved, without a doubt. But this is, I mean, you guys see, that's printed small. So small you definitely can't read it. But there's multiple pages. And there might even be more than these that's on these pages. So we just need to, you know, we need to make this stuff happen. We need to try to bring light to this. There's some other places, and I don't know if these are websites or what, because I didn't write it down, my bad. There's a site called American Gulag Chronicles. American Gulag, Gulag Chronicles. J6patriotnews.com. Like I mentioned earlier, A4Justice.org. And A4 Justice is on YouTube every night, 7 to 9. Watch them one time. It's way better than anything else you're going to watch on your TV channel. I can guarantee you that. And then another website, 4, Ashley.org. I'm going to bring it up here on my screen as soon as I can get this other one to disappear. Don't want it to disappear for me. Right here. This is the one that Ashley Babbitt's mom, of course everybody knows maybe Ashley Babbitt, the one that was shot in the Capitol. That is her mom's website, 4ashley.org. Lots of information on there. There's information on there how to get to all the other sites that are out there helping for this. So I know this is quite long. Hopefully, people will go back and watch it later. I just want everybody to understand there are people out there that need us to stand up for them because they really honestly can't stand up for themselves right now. And if they do stand up for themselves, they get beat down by the lovely guards that are there supposed to be protecting them. And if anybody don't remember the name I mentioned, or you didn't see it, you didn't watch it, you didn't hear it, it's Lieutenant Crystal Lancaster. Lieutenant Crystal Lancaster at the DC Correctional Treatment Facility, CTF. She is one of the individuals that has more than one occasion either sprayed the prisoners with gas, CO gas, whatever it is they're using, tear gas, not tear gas, mace, whatever it's called. She has been known to do that. She's been known to do that when they're in handcuffs even. We have this thing, me being retired military, it's called the Geneva Convention. There are things that we can't do as military to our enemies. I'm talking to our enemies, people that we know kill us. We can't do something to them unless they do something to us first. I can't shoot one of them unless I'm shot at first. So if that's the case for our military to have to follow those codes, why is it that these guards can get away with this harming these prisoners of war? Unfortunately, they are POWs on, depending on how you look at DC, foreign soil or American soil, however you want to look at it, they're prisoners being held for no reason. Shit, we've got our own politicians that's done worse. And they don't get in trouble. Shit. Maybe these J6ers need to buy some stock. Maybe they can get some insider trading. Maybe they won't get in trouble for that. Like our lovely Pelosi. But, she doesn't do that, she says. All right. Everybody, thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long to get everything out. It just kind of something that, I'm fired up about. It pisses me off that they're doing this to Americans that haven't done anything wrong. It's like the DC Gulag is like Gitmo almost. And, some people weren't okay with Gitmo as well. But as far as I know, the ones that were in Gitmo, they were trying to bring harm to the U.S. I had somebody come in the chat last night on A4 Justice chat. He really pissed me off. He straight up said that these guys that are there, they're terrorists. They tried to overthrow the government, all this other stuff. I hate to say it, if they actually were trying to overthrow the government, if all those people that were there were actually trying to overthrow the government, they would have overthrown the government that day. If that's what they were trying. I don't believe that's what they were trying. I believe they got invited in. Like, hey, come in and take a tour. Kind of scenario. Depending on which video you watch and which person you talk to. I feel they were let in. We have some of the J6ers that talked on the live stream the other night were people that were involved with the Susan Boyle incident where she was being trampled and and the guards were doing what they were doing to her outside the door. She wasn't even inside. Some of the J6ers were just individuals that were trying to save her. They talked about those stories the other night. One of the websites that you can find through going to forashley.org. There is all the letters that have been written, and things like that. There's one place, I think there's some, on Telegram. Actually, I think it's on Telegram. There's somebody has a Telegram page, and I don't know it right now. Sorry. There's somebody that has a Telegram page out there that all the letters are being posted on, so others can read the letters that are being, written by the prisoners and stuff, and the accounts of what's happening to them on the inside. So, if you feel you got enough passion to bring this to light, do your own live stream. Let people know. If you've got a channel, I know I got a friend on here. He's not watching now, Norm. He's already said he's going to write another song. So let's bring light to this, everybody. If you're a patriot, let's bring light to it. We tried fighting the elections, right? I mean, I'm not done with that one either, of course. I'm not done. Makes me sad to think I don't even know how I'm going to vote when it comes November. But right now, we've got to try to change that. We've got to try to change this. Just think these are prisoners that might have insight to things that's happened. They might know. They could be held there so their word can't get out about information they might know. It may not just be J6. They may not even have been involved in J6, some of these prisoners. But that's what they're being told they're held for, whatever. So, all right. I'm going to play Norm's song to end this. And after the song is over, I'm going to end the live stream. So, from Nelson Family and Media, I just want to tell everybody thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Honestly, I don't really care. It's just only to get the word out there more. I am so far from trying to make money on YouTube. I don't give a shit. Let's just make these people out there understand that there are plenty of us that want to make the things happen, and we want to bring freedom back. So I'm going to play this song again. Enjoy it. Norm's Music Shop on YouTube. It's not Norman's. It's Norm's Music Shop on YouTube. He has some pretty awesome songs on there. And if you want to go on YouTube, download them. You can play them. He doesn't want any money from it. He wants you to understand and like the music and spread the noise. So go out there, download his songs. He's got some good patriotic songs. Some that the government don't like, I guarantee it. So some of my patriot friends will definitely like it. And if you happen to see a song on there that's got like a derby car that's red, white, and blue, that might be mine. Not sure. Actually, I know it is. He wrote that song about me and my derby car and my demolition derby day in Tennessee because I lost. So he wrote me a song. So listen to that one too. It's kind of cool. Thank you. My anniversary gift from my wife. I gave her a better one. I gave her some of those again.
Save ourselves, fear can't
everybody. Thank you for joining. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Honestly, I don't really care about my site. I just want to let you know the sites that I talked about earlier, A4Justice, their YouTube channel is really getting the word out. They're actually there every day. I would be too if I could. Just can't be. forashley.org. Lots of information there. American Gulag Chronicles. PatriotMailProject.com/list is like one of the big ones that we really need you to, if you go there, I'm going to say right there, because right there on my screen is where it's at. PatriotMailProject.com/list. If you go there, you can find out the addresses and everything of the J6 prisoners. You can print out something this small, writing and everything. It's hard to read. Or you can look at it on your phone where you can zoom in. So, write letters. Let these guys know we're here. It doesn't matter if it's a one-liner. You draw them a smiley face, whatever. I guarantee you they're going to enjoy receiving it. So, please check out these websites. Like I said, I'm not here to get subscribers, get views, or anything. But I guess I am, because if nobody views it, then you're not going to know what I'm saying. But I'm not here. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you to do anything for me. I'm asking you to do something for them. So, and like I said earlier in the chat, if there's anybody that lives near me and they want to make a trip to Washington, D.C. to stand outside the D.C. Gulag and see this happen in person, see the lights flash at night, which are the prisoners flashing their lights because they know they're standing outside. They know that there's people watching the live streams. That's why they're doing it. So please, if anybody wants to do that, if anybody wants to hop in a car, take a trip to D.C., split the bill, and I'm not asking for money. I'm asking to split the bill with you. We can drive out there, whether it's drive straight out, do the 2 hours, and turn around, drive straight back. I don't care. I'm on the road. I'll drive. I'm not a truck driver, but I'll make the drive. If anybody wants to do that, please let me know. Let's make it happen. All right. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy. And think twice for freedom. Thank you.